Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. And today's video very interesting, and I think one of the most interesting and the biggest video of the year 2024, because this is the video of Saturn going retrograde from 30th of June 2024. So the big thing is going to happen, how it will affect all 12 ascendants. Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji with a story and a research for all 12 ascendants. Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram Akashji.
Namaskar, Rohiji. Good morning, Ram Ram. So I got a lot of comments on my personal WhatsApp and on WhatsApp that people are scaring about Saturn retrograde. That Saturn will become retrograde. This will happen. That will happen. Whatnot. Just logically thinking, and whenever a planet is retrograde, it is weaker. It is weak. So how come it will create more trouble to you? In fact, the area where Saturn is putting more pressure or more issues, there things are going to get solved. So we can expect some great news when Saturn becomes retrograde. It's not like last year when it got retrograde. The research says that everyone who had Saturn Sadesati had so much relaxation during that time. Their almost work which was supposed to happen from a long time took action, and it happened immediately. Work was very good for them. So I feel that Saturn retrograde, whatever other people are saying, I don't even care, but positively it's a very, very nice time for all the 12 ascendant people. And here, Rohiji, backing up, it is not like on the like I have to say, that's why I'm saying, but honestly, whenever we talk about Saturn, Lord Shiva also plays a very big role. Now, Shani Dev and his retrograde motion. In one popular story, Shani influence and retrograde motions are explained through his unwavering devotion and meditation on Lord Shiva. Shani's deep meditation and penance bestowed upon him immense power, including the ability to control time and influence human destinies. That is why Shani Dev is called the god of justice. He can, because of his penance, hard work, dedication, he was born in born with such a powerful soul that he could give other people punishment. Now, when Lord Shiva granted him the boon that okay, now you will have a very significant role in the cosmic order, but this gaze was known to bring misfortune, challenges, which even affected his own father Surya. So it's not like anyone, like even Shani, even Lord Shiva, came under the influence of Lord Shani few times. So it's very known that does not leave anyone. Everything on this earth, even if stone had a life, they also had to go through the drishti of Shani Dev. Now, what happened to manage his influence? Lord Shiva ordained that Shani adverse effect would be mitigated by his retrograde motion. During this period, the intensity of gaze would reduce, offering humans a chance to reflect and rectify their past actions. It is just that, if you see a police van coming at you and it is a little bit far away and it stops somewhere, if you're doing something wrong, you will immediately stop and you will try to, tidy up the place and, be innocent. Exactly, that is what the retrograde motion of Shani Dev is like. It is far away from you now. It is going far. So that means this is the time to just tidy up and make sure that our acts are brought together. Now, the significance of retrograde. Now, merciful aspect. Shani's retrograde motion is considered a period with his otherwise stern influence becomes more introspective. Instead of delivering immediate consequences, it allows individuals to look inward, recognize their mistakes, and make amendments. Now, karmic review is also there here. Retrograde Saturn is seen as a time for reviewing one's karma, which is the most important thing that we are all forgetting. Karma, that what kind of good, bad karmas we are doing. The myth suggests that Saturn retrograde motion provides a pause in otherwise relentless enforcements of karmic justice, giving people a chance to learn and evolve spiritually. So this is the basic thing. So don't worry about any other. I don't know what astrologers you listen to. It is a time of rejuvenation. It is a time of reworking on your maybe that police is coming, we need to immediately tidy up the place. That is what this means. Now, there is a very important story here of Vikramaditya, Maharaja Vikramaditya, very, very famous king. Now, King Vikramaditya, renowned for his wisdom, bravery, and justice, held court in splendid palace, where he often met with ministers and sages to discuss matters of the kingdom and beyond. His fame reached far and wide, and his reign was marked by prosperity and fairness. One of the most successful, biggest kings of India is Vikramaditya. One day, during such a court assembly, the sages, the astrologers, the researchers brought up the topic of influence of Navgrahas, the 9 planets in Vedic astrology. Each planet's characteristics and impact on human lives were discussed in detail. The sages unanimously praised the benefic planets like Jupiter, Brahaspati, Guru, and Venus Shukra. But when it came to Shani Dev, they warned about his severance and often severe and often harsh influence. So, everyone knows, oh, Shani Dev, all these astrologers are also making a lot of money with Saturn's name that, oh, Shani is coming, now you will get destroyed, this, that. No, it is not as such. You will hear the story, you will see the moral of the story and understand how kind of Saturn, what is the pattern of working of Saturn. Then you will realize that Saturn is really, really good for you. So the boast of King Vikramaditya, King, there is some kind of we when we are in power, we have some kind of the egoistic approach also. Hearing this, Vikramaditya, with his confident nature, made a bold statement. He proclaimed that no planet, including Shani, could ever sway away his destiny or bring misfortune upon him, as his own righteousness and good deeds would protect him. So, he said, my righteousness, my good deeds are there. Who the hell is this person? Shani, known for his slow but impactful influence, decided to teach the king a lesson in humility and the workings of karma. So, Rohiji, no one in this world has power over Saturn. Remember this. So, now the test begins. Shani became influenced subtly. His influence started happening. A merchant from a far off land gifted Vikramaditya a beautiful exotic horse. Unaware of the connection to Shanidev, the king decided to ride the horse. As soon as he mounted it, the horse bolted uncontrollably, taking him far away from his kingdom, like far, far away. He got unconscious also. Like, this is a very big story. I've cut it down, but he got unconscious. He got days, nights. The horse did not stop. He took to such a far land where Vikramaditya ji was thrown off his distant land, where he found himself alone and without his royal attire or identification. In this new land, he encountered a series of unfortunate events. Now, see, this is called destiny. A king, 10 days ago, king of the world, 10 days later, in a forest where there is no one. This is what the impact of planets are. Whenever you are in good state, do not be egoistic, because it can bring you down immediately. The downfall happens. Now, loss of identity happened. Stripped of his royal identity, Vikramaditya had to fend himself as a commoner. He said, how do I eat food? No one is giving food even after begging. A king begging for food. So he took the life of a woodcutter to survive. It was not a very small time. Saturn is every time 2.5 years, 5 years, 7.5 years. This is what the influence of Saturn is. Unjust accusation. While working, Vikramaditya was falsely accused of theft by a local merchant. He was dragged before the local king and, unable to prove his innocence, was sentenced to severe punishment. So just imagine misfortune, how it comes. But there is a bigger thing here. Now, Vikramaditya endured these hardships with remarkable resilience. Despite the suffering, he maintained his inner sense of justice and righteousness. His hardships were a test of his character, orchestrated by Lord Shani Dev, to humble him and teach him the importance of karma and humility. You cannot never say that, okay, this person will not be able to do anything to me. You never know the time, and see the time. During Shanidev's retrograde period, the intensity of king's misfortune began to lessen. That means Vikramaditya finally started feeling a lot of peace, lot of happiness. And this act of righteousness that he had done during his all event during Saturn, when Saturn was very much remarkable on him. Eventually, this righteousness of Vikramaditya came to light, and the truth about the false accusation was revealed. The local king, realizing his mistake, reinitiated. And finally, simultaneously, Shani appeared to Vikramaditya in a dream, revealing his true identity and explaining the purpose of the trials. Shani expressed his satisfaction with the humility and fortitude of Vikramaditya ji, stating that these trials were meant to impart a valuable lesson about the inevitability of karma and the necessity of humility. Whoever you are, humility is very, very important. Now, The restoration. With Shani Dev's influence waning, Vikramaditya fortunes were restored. This is how Sadisati happens. When Sadisati comes, you're completely under pressure. And when Shani Dev influence wanes, this is the time that the for Vikramaditya's fortune were restored. He was reunited with his kingdom and resumed his role, now wiser and more compassionate than before. He realized that profound lesson that even the greatest kings are subject to cosmic laws of karma and must remain humble and just in their actions. So Shani is saying never be over smart. Now, what is the moral of the story? है ना रोहित जी? The story of King Vikramaditya and Shani Dev serves a powerful reminders to these following lessons. And just imagine you as Vikramaditya right now fighting this problem and Shani Dev taking your test. Number one is humility. No matter how powerful, righteous one may be, humility is crucial as everyone is subject to cosmic laws of karma. Endurance. Hardships are part of life's journey, and enduring them with patience and integrity can lead to personal growth and redemption. Karma. Actions, good or bad, have consequences and must always strive to act justly and righteously. And transformation. Challenges and adversities, especially during period like Saturn retrograde, offer opportunities for introspection, learning, and transformation. So now, Rohit, this tale highlights the profound impact of Shani Dev in Vedic astrology and underscores the importance of aligning one's action with dharma and karma. What do you have to say, Rohit, in this whole scenario?
Definitely, this is a story which clearly tells that why this retrogression comes, just because sometime maybe in our life we also behave like King Vikramaditya. We are in very good position, we are in sound position, we say, oh, I am a god, what will happen? We forgot this thing that somebody is there who is monitoring us with CCTV, and that is Shani. And so this is a story, I think, which tell all the people that stay humility, stay grounded in any condition, maybe in bad, maybe in good, stay grounded. So this is the retrogression period from 30th June onwards, when you will feel and you will understand in your mind, okay, I have done this, I have done this, okay, let me repair these things, or let me correct these things. So this is the right time, and this story is beautiful story what you get from the Vedas, and I think people will appreciate this thing.
Thank you, Rohit. This is for everyone's good only, and nothing. I am not watching this. Everyone is watching. Let's hope that anyone who watches gets value out of this. Astrology is a subject of research, not a subject to become scared. People are scared from astrology. Oh, this will happen. That yeah, there are period which says that oh, extreme hardship is there, but you are surviving. So don't worry. Okay. Now, quickly, let's move on to all the 12 ascendants. How this is going to be. We are going to make this video in Hindi as well, but this is just an English version so that both have their equal share. I don't want to rush on Hindi and make it shorter. For Aries ascendant people, 11th house is where Saturn becomes retrograde. Now, this is the time that your friendships and your social networks might be affected due when Saturn is already here in a slow moving planet. So, lot of slow progress in these areas. Now, this is the time to reevaluate social circles and friendships, and especially old friends will reappear, or current relationships may need lot of reassessment. That am I working with the right person? Is someone bluffing me? Is someone taking advantage of me? Sometimes when we are in a lot of pressure, we just think that okay man, we are just everything is happening on its own, but we have to ask ourselves that are we in the right state? Is anyone taking more advantage of me and whatnot? Here, this is the time to make sure you make your goals and ambitions. They see now you all must be feeling that when Saturn is here and there must a lot of delays in reconsideration of long term goals. Things are not working out, that what you have decided, it's not happening. Now this is the time to re-strategize and redefine your aspirations, because in this 140 days when Saturn is retrograde, you may be able to achieve biggest and biggest of goals without any extreme hard work or hesitation. So things look very good. On top of that, this is also the house where sits income from the career. So now potential fluctuations in influence you must be in income you must be seeing during this time. This is a time to reaccess your financial strategies and also build up goal pattern in a way where you can make more money. So it's a very good time. Remember, whoever is uttering poison out in on YouTube, I don't know. I don't even watch. Rohitji watches sometimes. I don't even have time. I will study or I will watch that stupidity. Some are so good. Some Kapil is so good. Then this Chitkaraji is so good. So many good astrologers are there. who really do not utter poison out, who really make value to astrology. So you should subscribe to such channels, not to channels where you are they saying, oh, shani aega aapko, it will destroy you, this that. What the hell, man? No one is destroying anyone. Now, as per during this time, Lord Shiva is the most important person you have to work on. Lord Shiva is the most important deity that you need to preach. Vishnu Sahasranam, I always keep saying, it's very important for all the ascendants in its Aries or its Pisces. Anyone in your family, if you are going through any hardships, any unfortunate events, Vishnu Sahasranam is going to help you for sure. Now there is another appeal and request to all the people who are watching, that do subscribe, so that we can also see a significant growth. And this Saturn retrograde also helps us achieve. Whenever Saturn is direct and in power, we also start, I'm not going lazy, but overworked. This is the time that we want more and more people to come to our family and give their feedback, try to make us understand what we need to focus on, and how we want to make this world a better place for living for everyone. All the best, Aries ascendant people. Lot of good time for you in terms of wealth and your goals and your friendships and your network. So make the most of it. Do not get 1% scared as well. When we talk about Taurus ascendant people, Rohitji, here it is the 10th house where a retrograde Saturn in its Mool Trikon sign, that is Aquarius, will be seen. Extremely Yoga Karga planet for Taurus ascendant. But when it comes to Sadesati, may it be Taurus ascendant or may it be Libra ascendant, does not matter. Saturn will work according to its own pace, own values, and own stuff. So you cannot have any control over Saturn. Here the aspects of Saturn are also on the 12th house, on the 4th house, and on the 7th house. So very crucial places: expenses, your home, and your partnerships. Now this is the time that career and public image, there was a lot of challenges and possible delays in your professional life. What you were supposed to get, a promotion or some kind of positive news, would have been delayed. Now this is the time to reconsider career paths and professional goals, because it is going to be a very good news in terms of some elevation in your professional state. So very positive time. I would just request in middle, only in between, because I would request that Taurus ascendant are my favorite ones, and mostly the higher number of graph, if I see in my whole channel, Taurus and Libra and Pisces are the one who have subscribed most. So here I would request that those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe, keep making such videos. In the beginning, go and see the research on astrology. Astrology cannot be only some and learned by, oh, this is my sign, what is that? No, you have to go beyond it. You have to go beyond. Okay, and this is the time when Saturn in the 10th house, your authority figures, issues with the bosses, differences, or there is no coordination between them, it may have arisen, but now it will require a lot of patience and tact. You have to be very careful, but this is a time when you will have a little bit ease in the area related to your career. So that means here you have to have a lot of patience and tact, so that you can attract this positivity and next growth, next ladder, climb up the next ladder, either in your business, either in job, in career, everywhere. So make the most of it. And finally, work ethic. Now Saturn is an extremely ethical planet. Whenever Saturn will come, it is a good time to reflect on your work habits and responsibilities, ensuring alignment with long-term career goals. And ethics means that it is good to be ambitious, but it is not good to be extremely ruthless to other people. They also need to grow with you. So once you have the pattern that I will grow with this person also, then it is fun. But if there is a pattern that, okay, let me grow, I don't care about this person, then there will be Saturn's interference in your life, and that interference will be delays and giving your karmic punishment. Like in the beginning of the story, you see what happened to Vikramaditya, the great king. Okay, so all the best, Taurus ascendant people. Good times, good news, very, very positive. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe and share. Thank you. Gemini ascendant people. Rohitji, when we talk about Gemini ascendant, 9th house is where Saturn is placed. Lot of delays People are, I see the charts every day na. Lot of delays in in things related to higher education, in things related to learning, training. They're not able to complete their training. Long distance travel are affected. Very slow growth in getting visa and stuff kind of processes because of Saturn's aspect on the third house. Saturn aspects on the 11th house, goals are not getting complete. And Saturn's aspect on the 6th house, many legal troubles must have also come up for all the Gemini ascendant people. Now, reaccessing educational pursuits. So what if only education wise you are thinking of a place which is not uh, either in your favor, and that's why this is God's way of working, that to delay things so that now you can reaccess assess during this time, that okay man, how do I need to go, how do I need to pursue my higher education, or how do I need to use my destiny, or get scholarship and stuff like that. This is exactly the ninth house, is that house. There may be delay in educational endeavors, there can be delay, but it also means that there can be, during this time of retrograde, there is a possibility of reworking on some other plan and moving forward. Sometimes if this plan is not working, kill it, plan B. This is how you should be going. Long distance travel now, because Saturn is here, so lot of travel plans may be disrupted or delayed, but now this is the time to reflect the purpose and benefits of such journeys. Now the journey is supposed to happen, but the bigger purpose of the journey needs to be understood, and on that way the act or your act should be aligning with that kind of purpose. If that long distance journey that you're supposed to be making is re-migration or going to some other country, then you have to see the position of Mercury and Venus also in this chart. If the other thing, it is related to only short distance pilgrimage, then you have to have that right emotion for the calling. That is what it means. And finally, this is the house of philosophy and beliefs. Now, questioning good and restructuring personal beliefs and philosophies, possibly leading to deeper understanding. Now, I have a chart, a person, Rohiji, who is a very regular subscriber, and he talks to me Gemini ascendant. Things are not going according to his way, है ना? Sade Sati and a lot of problem. Moon also combust. Now he tells me that there is no God or nothing, man, nothing happens. So when things are not going your way, right, then we say that there is no God, there is nothing, everything is like these are these planets, nothing, I don't believe in all this. When things are not going your way, and suddenly when things start going your way, then oh, thank you God for this, thank you God for this. So the human, it is said that if a blind person gets a stick, if a blind person gets eyes, it will first throw the stick that it has been using for many years and years. So this is how unimaginable human soul is, and this is where all these planets come to teach us a lesson, so that we become more pure and pure and try to ascend to the different realm. So this is a little bit gyan also here, but otherwise, ninth house is your destiny is going to be relaxed. There's going to be a lot of destiny wise work, so make the most of it. Do subscribe so that our destiny also is very much aligned and connected to you. So your destiny awakens, our destiny awakens only with your help. So do subscribe. Let us see. Share the video so that other people can also take benefit of it. And there is a very good story in the beginning of the video. If you go and listen to that, you will really understand what I'm talking about and why other people are just uttering nonsense. Sorry for other people's nonsense, but this is what I have to say. For Cancer ascendant people, when we talk about Cancer ascendant, 8th house is where Saturn is. It is house of sudden events. And suddenly today, Cancer ascendant people are the most people who will subscribe. And I'm very sure, because suddenly you are supposed to become completely transformative. Like you will transform. You will say that, no man, I have to subscribe this channel. Just kidding. This is the time when Saturn in the 8th house is going to focus more on the areas related to your shared resources. Now, the shared resources is a very small word, but the area of the shared resources is very, very big. Now, shared resources in partnerships, shared resources in inheritance, shared resources in joint finances, in investment. So there are so many things where you have shared resources. This is the time that a lot of challenges in joint finances, inheritance, and investments were happening. Now this is the time to restructure these areas, because it has given Saturn has given a little bit ease here, that okay, I am relaxed, I am chilled out. Now you can work on this. Let's see how much you can work, how much righteousness you can show in working towards these matters of shared resources. And this is going to lead to a very, very intense time. It is intense time for personal transformation and dealing with past traumas or fears. Eighth is the house of fear, something that you call phobia. I have this phobia of going on heights, and so it is all eighth house. This is hidden aspect of your life. It is not always there, but it is there inside you. That is how the eighth house is. It is there. The planets are there. It will give you that results also. Now, here, past traumas, fears can be reevaluated and say that, oh man, this happened once. It is not going to happen again and again. So I am going to go head on with life. This is what power and things you should have. On the other hand, hidden matters. Now, secret may come to light, or you may feel compelled to explore deeper psychological issues of other people, of your partner, of your in-laws, of people around you, in terms of seeing the face of your what we say of your relatives, family. And why is that? Because Saturn is aspecting the 10th house of career. So ease in career. Saturn is aspecting the second house of family and finances. You will see the real true colors of people in family and finances. And Saturn is also aspecting the fifth house of children. So all the people who are going through delay in childbirth, or not able to conceive, a very good news for you, because Saturn is putting rest and relax, retrograde aspects on these signs. So you will feel a lot of ease in career, in your family life, and in wealth also. Wealth increase in wealth, some kind of wealth also coming to you. And your fifth house, which is mostly important, related to your children, some happiness from children or love life. These are the things that is going to happen. So do subscribe, so that our goal, our happiness also increases with yours. And all the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and in the beginning of the video there is a story which will mesmerize you, which will make you really understand what Saturn is. All this stupid things Saturn will do, destroy you, this, that, not. All the prominent people in the world have Saturn in their birth chart. So remember this, everyone on this planet has Saturn in their world chart, and the way Saturn is to for you is for them also. It is just the matter of karmas. Your karmas and their karmas have different kind of path. So all the bigger events, all the bigger people, like even Narendra Modi ji, even Indira Gandhi ji, Joe Biden, anyone who became president, prime minister, go and see the Mahadasha, go and see the period. It is Saturn Saresati. Extra Saturn Saresati, or Saturn influence, or Saturn Dasha means extra, what do you say, extra responsibility on you. Okay. All the best, Cancer ascendant people. Moving on to Leo ascendant people, Rohitji. Here, Saturn is a Maraka for you, sitting in the seventh house in his transit in its own sign. Now, here, there may be a lot of slow growth in partnerships. Marriage wise, things might be sorting out very slow. If we talk about any contract agreements, any writing, there may be a lot of delays, that you may be facing. And public interaction, how you are able to adjust to the other environment. Even 10th, from the 10th, and it's career. In the career area, how are you able to adjust yourself? How is other people looking as you as a partner? This is what everything is happening to Leo ascendant people also. Partnerships and marriage. Now, re-evaluation of relationships and partnerships. Now, issue may arise that may be needed to be addressed to strengthen the bonds, not to fall apart. When issues come, we say, okay, I don't want you, we don't want to work on that issues. This is a time to work on those issues. Those who are waiting for contracts, agreements, they were having a lot of renegotiations. There is, even someone, you must have thought that, okay, this contract or this job may not come to me. It is now a chance to try once more. Try, just go and again reapproach, or go approach again. Maybe you will get some positive, very, very benefit news here. You are supposed to get positive benefit rules, and especially for the Leo ascendant people. First though, I just want to request you. I am also Leo ascendant, and because you are Leo ascendant and watching this, and I see that the graph here is not so good of subscription, so you are not subscribing. If I can get 50,000 views, and out of that 20,000 are Leo people, then why I get only 5 subscribers? So that means you don't like me. So tell clearly down that we don't like you. You have to subscribe if you're watching. Help us also grow, right? When Saturn is not growing, when our channel is not going, Rohit ji is telling me that Saturn is here. That is why we don't have subscribers. So we need to make Rohit ji shut, saying Saturn is very positive now. Here, public interactions is another thing. Now, reflecting on how you relate to others and making necessary adjustments is the key point during this time. You may find some very positive news in your destiny because Saturn is aspecting the ninth house. And this time, aspect also create a little bit of, and aspects are the most important thing for Saturn, by the way. And a Saturn placement is not a very big issue. Aspect, where it is looking is like, man, there is a spotlight there. Even if I do small mistake, it is going to be caught. So Saturn is right now looking in your ninth house, which is the house of your dharma, righteousness, father, love with father, or spiritual, what do you say, involvement in your life, involvement of spirituality in your life. It is aspecting the ascendant. That means you yourself, how you are. Are you in discipline, not discipline, what not? Everything Saturn is looking with very, very close eyes. And now, but when it becomes retrograde, it's like, oh, let me just relax. So it is not going to be looking in these areas. Very important time to work on your real estate, work on your vehicles, work on your mother, work on your mother's health, on your father's health, on your father's life, on your bonding between mother and father, and aspecting the first house. That means you yourself need to come back to shape, come back to that power of discipline. This is what is required. Wealth wise, seventh house is the house from where, if we see wealth, we see the wealth coming from a spouse or coming from a partnership. If Saturn is Mool Trikon here, if there is any partnership that you feel that this can create wealth or stuff like that, this is the right time to evaluate and get into it, because you will be making the right decision under very less pressure. But the pressure on you is to subscribe. So once you subscribe, let us know below that you have subscribed, so that you are always part of this channel. And there is a link in the beginning, or not link in the beginning, there's a full story in the beginning which can help you understand the real effects of Saturn. Saturn is just, everyone says Saturn is this, that. Acha, I also get scared, huh, Rohit? I am Aries Rashi, right? Leo ascendant. My Sadesati is coming next year. But then I can't even say like Vikramaditya, what I have done wrong, nothing will happen to me. No, man, I will suffer. Everyone in Sadisati has to suffer. It can be anywhere, health, wealth, wife, life, something. But we have to take it head on, man. Let's take it. If you have done something bad, Saturn is coming to correct it. So be very ready. And that story is very important. What Vikramaditya did, even under coming under so hardships. So that is what you should be considering. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And thank you so much. For Virgo ascendant people, Rohiji, retrograde Saturn is happening in the 6th house, 30th of June onwards for 140 days. It's almost 5 months. So it's a very long period. Now here, when we talk about all the Virgo ascendant people, little bit of challenges they must have faced in things related to health and wellness. And depending on Dashanta, if Saturn is going on very, very bad currently for you, challenge. But here, remember, Saturn is in a very positive state because Saturn is in the Dushtana, 6, 8, and 12. If Saturn are in these houses, that means it's a very positive thing. Here, health and wellness. Now, focus on your health issues, potentially dealing with chronic conditions. You should now avoid or you should now repair yourself. It's a good time to reaccess your health routines. Maybe this is the time that health wise, if you're not feeling well, you have not got yourself checked, go and get it checked, because retrograde Saturn can help you immediately reaccess that problem and solve that issue. It is the time of solving the issue. It also is the house of your workplace, service, any service that you provide to others. Daily work routine. Now reflect and improve your daily work habits and environment by adding a lot of cleanliness. What is Saturn rules? Saturn rules cleanliness. Cleanliness in your home, in your workplace is required. What is required more? That repayment of debt. This is the house of debt, and Saturn getting retrograde means it will give you a lot of ideas to repay your debts. Or maybe those who are applying for debt may not have got debt. They will gain some kind of very nice results. Enemy wise, this is the house of enemies and obstacles and enemies who were very slow or was making your growth very slow will now get so subtle that you can find peace and happiness. You can find solitude during this time. It's a very, very great time. You have to remember, Saturn is in the, for Virgo ascendant people, Saturn is the best placed planet. It is putting both of the aspects in Dushtanas, and third aspect, the 10th aspect in the third house. That is also an Upchaya house. That means Saturn's aspect here are very, very awesome. Here, service and duty. Reconsidering you serve others and how you fulfill your duties is Saturn's work. That is why Saturn is called the servant in the solar system. So this is the time to fulfill your duties like a servant. And you know, everyone on this earth, even the boss of your company is a servant of God. So you are also servant of God, and you have to make sure that you are doing something, being an instrument of Him. And being an instrument, also Virgo ascendant people I've seen, and that's why I'm requesting that subscription is like from your graph is like zero, that people are not subscribing for Virgo ascendant. Why don't you write subscribe and write Virgo ascendant, so that at least I know that yes man, these are the new family members that have come to our channel. So it is required, man. Help us grow and grow with us. This is what I would require. Lot of research, lot of hard work. I know many people would say we are doing it for views and for our stuff and like that, but end of the day, after a point of time, views and everything are not important. It is important how many people are with you, how many people are in this astrological journey, how many people are actually benefiting from this. And getting that data will help us make sure that if we are doing something right or wrong, or what kind of opinion you want to give to us, that how do we add more value to the content is required. And for that you need to be subscribed, you need to see our videos, you need to give feedback. So please, service and duty towards you is being properly fulfilled by us. On maybe if there is any 1920 कल से 19-20 we can manage, but now it is your time to reflect that love and happiness. Otherwise I don't think so you like me and Rohit ji, or there is some problem between us. Tell us who should go, so that if I go, then Rohit ji can do the show, then the subscribers will come up. All the best, Virgo ascendant people. In the beginning there is a story that we are talking about how Vikramaditya, being such a big king, had to face a wraith of Saturn. Ruchi, about Virgo ascendant people, about the Drishtiya, what do you want to say? I want to hear from you.
See, Drishti, Saturn is known for his Drishtis, and if you see, position is very good, sixth house. Enemies will definitely go down. But if you see the Drishtis, only thing I will say that please drive very carefully. The third Drishti, debilitated Drishti on eighth house, will make you in problem. And those who want to go abroad, seventh Drishti, please
Amazing
take.
time.
uh, so I think drishtis are very important. And on a third house, there is again a drishti aspect of Saturn. So when we are saying you can't go to foreign or there is a hurdle, then there is a visa hurdle also looks for the
Third house is the house of visa. You may get visa during this. And in fact, those who are trying for going for short distance also travel for career purposes. They will also benefit here. So very nice time for all the Virgo ascendant people, Rohit.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice. I'm in love with their ascendant, and you know why? The main point is Saturn. Just imagine what powerful drishtis. The drishtis are all dushtanas and on Upchaya house. That means where Saturn will
All
do bad. So very nice. Yeah. All the best. And I need new subscription written down. Subscribe, subscribe. Libra ascendant people. Now, before you have just come to your timestamp and you're watching the video, है ना? So I would suggest that do us a favor as well. You are my favorite ones, and mostly, Ruji, you can't even believe. People message Samantha is saying that people message sir that I want to take an appointment, and they say, right, tell Akash that I am from Libra ascendant. So he will give me appointment very soon. So this is the power of Libra ascendant and love with Libra ascendant. I got married to a Cancer ascendant. If I was Muslim and I could marry 4 times, I would marry two Taurus and two Libra people. This is what I would say. Yeah. Anyways, for Libra ascendant people, fifth house is where Saturn is getting retrograde. Now, Saturn is in the house of creativity, self expression, children, romance, and speculative gains. You may have seen a difference in the energy related to these areas, है ना? From it's from last year only, from January 17th. Last year also Saturn was retrograde. It gave a lot of time, but that time it was in Satvisha nakshatra. Now Saturn is gone ahead in Aja Ekapadas nakshatra, है ना? Now this means that here, when we talk about this nakshatra, this is all about standing on your feet, balancing. Saturn was trying to balance, Saturn was trying to bring a lot of things to balance. Here, retrograde Saturn is a blessing now. on top of this, because the balance, and where the balance, the delays were seen, especially in self-expression, creativity. Now this is the time to reevaluate your creative projects and hobbies. Fifth house, Saturn. What is the fifth house? Fifth house is stomach, your tummy. And what is Saturn? Saturn in the house of Ajay Ekapada, who is known for tantric activities, who's known for, some kind of sacrifice. It also means a sacrifice of the stomach. Like many people must have done any kind of surgery in the stomach area, any kind of procedure in the stomach area. I have evidence of it. I know when Saturn comes here, it is the time that, and Mars was exalted few weeks ago. So that means there was some kind of surgery, some kind of stitches, some kind of, some kind of medical procedure on the stomach or lower abdomen area can be seen for Libra ascendant people. Anyways, moving that apart, that is my research here. Now it is the time to reevaluate creative projects and hobbies, and it's time to refine your creative talents. Try to take some education. Fifth house is the house of learning. Try to go into take some more courses, more education. As far as romance and children are seen, it is the time that issues related to romantic relationships, it will require more attention and adjustment. You cannot just leave things. You cannot just say that, okay, let it go, man. You have to now enter into that zone and try to see where are you lacking, where are they lacking, and find a common ground to make these differences go out. Let world be a happy place. Let us all be loving each other. And with that love, that subscription can also come to us for that love. Here, during this time, those who were not getting the final answer in the romantic relationship, either you want to take it forward or no. Here, remember, the aspect of Saturn has also become very positive. The third aspect of Saturn on the seventh house says that there is going to be a possible justice you will get in terms of your marriage and love affair. So maybe you love each other and your parents are saying it's unorthodox marriage, we don't want to do it. Here you will get some kind of relief, and maybe things will be working for you. So it's a positive time, right? How can it be negative? For Libra ascendant people, remember, Saturn is a yoga karaka. Yoga karaka is not a very small word. It means the planet who does the best for you, and that is Saturn. So amazing. Here, there could have also been problems in speculative gains, like getting sudden contracts, getting sudden windfall from share market, getting sudden, money from, their equity. Now things may look good. Suddenly, all the things that were stopped or there were not in action may come into action, and you may start receiving now. You will be at the receiving end rather than giving and investing end. And that is because the aspect of seventh aspect of Saturn on the 11th house also says that your goals are going to be now eased out. You will easily be able to handle the goals. And the aspect on the second house, the 10th aspect, says that there can be some monetary benefits from career. So it's working in right good favor. This is the Mahalakshmi Stan. The fifth house is the Mahalakshmi Stan of any planet to be here. And Saturn here, awesome time for all the Libra ascendant people. All the best. Do subscribe. In the beginning, there is a very important story. If you love stories, go there, listen to it. You will understand the real meaning of Saturn. And not just getting scared because astrologer is saying, oh, Shani ki dasha aa gayi. Shani is supposed to give you hardships. Shani Dev is, the role of Shani Dev is to hardships. The role of snake is to bite. The same way, the role of Shani Dev is to give hardships. But what can you make out of those hardships also? That you will understand when you really listen to the Saturn story. All the best. Thank you. For Scorpio ascendant people. Now here, when we talk about Saturn, Saturn is in the fourth house for you. Fourth house is the house of inner peace, your emotional foundation, your property, real estate, vehicles, conveyances, home, family, security. Everything is the house related. Fourth house is related. Roots, where you come from, what is your childhood, is the fourth house. Okay. Because in the childhood you mostly need the nurturing of mother. That's why if you see the fourth house is, that's why called house of mother or motherland, because that is where your childhood actually will happen. And if this is very afflicted, then you will be shifted at birth because your fourth house is afflicted. Anyways, here, home and family wise, challenges and delay related to home life or property matters must have been happening in the past. But now this is a period about family relationships, repairing them, getting ahead, going into your roots, trying to understand where you came from, what is the actual reason or what is the actual meaning of your existence, what is your family traditions, what is your family values, is what you need to re-access during this time, because it is the time of Saturn retrograde. Retrograde Saturn means all the energy is now inwards. Saturn is into self introspection. There is another story, Rohitji. There is one story, by the way, in the beginning of Vikramaditya. There is another story here. When Lord Shiva, he took the Visha, that means the poison. Saturn, all the planets were told by Lord Vishnu that you need to go and help Lord Shiva take some burden. And Nilanjamam, the blue planet, went there to what do you say, Shiva, and took some poison. And when he took poison, his gati, that means his speed, became like 2.5 times slower than what it was. He was in so much pain, Saturn. And this is the time when retrograde Saturn happens. It is said that Saturn is in so much pain because there is always a mirror. Understand this, Rohitji. Very important thing I'm saying. We will not hear this anywhere in some book. There is a mirror. When Saturn also saw himself in that mirror, and when his drishti came upon him, he had to also suffer, because in his act of events also, he also went some wrong sometimes. So that is the beauty of God. Even you are not spared yourself in front of your eyes. This is how it is. Anyways, lot of stories. Emotional foundations. This is the house of emotional foundations, reflecting on emotional foundation, security, uh, and putting it in a very important aspect of you, especially with your mother, with anyone to do with your mother or motherly figure, is where you will feel, you can feel this connection during this time. So emotional foundation need to be restored. And all the property and real estate matters, especially gaining property, getting some kind of property, invested in some property but very slow progress in getting that, trying to accumulate wealth to get property, or reviewing real estate investments or home related projects in any aspect, is going to be working in a very positive sense for you. And what else are going to be working? Remember, Saturn is always known for drishti aspects. Saturn has the third aspect of hardships in the sixth house that it was giving at your workplace will ease down. And this is supported by the seventh aspect of Saturn on the 10th house, which says that, oh man, there is problem, there is hardships, which is going on. But I'm going to be taking my little bit for 5 months next. You have the time to do whatever you want, so that when I come back and reevaluate, if you have done good, you will get blessings. If not, then you will have to suffer my wrath. And same way, Saturn aspecting on the in the ascendant sign is also a highlight here for your own self development, changing your attitude, getting out of ego, and trying to understand that how you can collaboratively work with other people and make this a better place, become an instrument in the act of God, and try to help God by making other people happy. And you can make us happy also, by the way, by subscribing, which is like a very, very weak point of Scorpio ascendant people. They just get buried into the ground like Scorpios. They don't come out. We want you to come out and just give us a sting, and that is subscribe. Scorpio people are not stinging now. You should sting and give me a subscribe button. Hit sting on the subscribe button. It's red also in color. So do that. It will help. It will help us also get a lot of inner peace, happiness. Those who are thinking of building vehicles, those who are thinking of building their own house, this is also a very good time for them. Those who are trying to revisit their past life actions, or maybe your roots, that this is what, man, my roots are, I am from this place, I want to go and see the culture, very good time. Those who want to travel to foreign countries, very, very positive time, because fourth house, in a way, when Kendra will have any planet and malefics like Saturn, Sun, and this fourth house, it becomes afflicted. So that means a chance to go to foreign countries also seen. So all the best, man. Make the most of it. Really, really awesome time for Scorpio ascendant people. And when you subscribe and sting on that subscription button with your tail, then I will feel more fun. So all the best. Nice. Sagittarius ascendant people. Now, when we talk about Sagittarius, this is the third house where Saturn is. So remember, Saturn has been given a status of Maraka here, that is the second house lord and the third house lord. But third house is an Upchaya house. That means it's a house where we can do lot of improvement by self effort. Saturn is here. This is the house which is generally linked to communication. Number one. Second is siblings, then short trips, then skills and learning. What is the ability of you to have a personal interest or a hobby is seen from this house. Okay, now this is the time that if there is, Saturn is very much known to have rift between siblings as well, because when we go back and try to understand the pattern of Saturn, Yama, and Yamuna, and all these siblings, it was not a very very good relationship. There was a lot of detachment here, because Saturn was born out of Chaya, Ma Chaya, and Yama and Yamuna were born through Ma Sangya. So that's why there was a lot of difference between them. It's That's why Saturn is also called Chaya Graha, Putra of Chaya. Rahu and Ketu are very influenced. They are minions of Saturn because they are Chaya Graha as well. Okay. Now here, communication and siblings, reevaluation of how you communicate and interact with your siblings or neighbors, your friends, on your social network, on your smaller level of groups. How you do the interaction is where you need to work hard, and your communication should now become more positive, assertive, and full of patience. Short trips, man, lot of trouble in the short trips, right? Trying to go, not happening. Trying to go to some different places to learn few things. This is the time that these possible delays may come to a rest, and reconsideration regarding short travels, reinitiation of things that, okay, I wanted to go there to do this, should be now thought about. You will get positive results. And third house is the house of skills and learning as well. Now, focusing on improving skills and possibly revisiting past educational endeavors. Maybe you have studied something, but you need to revise it now. This is the house of revision, and this is the time of exact revision. One word, what Saturn is doing: revision. And Sagittarius ascendant people, there is one problem. If you see your sign symbol, you have that bow and arrow in your hand, always you are like on the spot, always wants to hit the bullseye, always want to be very precise. But there is one place where you're not precise, and that to leave that arrow and directly it comes and hits the subscribe button for our channel. That is where you are not precise. I don't know why that arrow goes here and there. You're not able to hit that spot. So this is the time, this is a very good opportunity for you to hit the spot, because see, this is the time of revisiting past educational endeavors. So you have to revisit all the past videos and try to gain that, oh, I got strength, I got resilience, I got a lot of hope from this video, so I need to hit that arrow on the right spot this time. So see, so creative I am becoming because of Saturn getting retrograde. Before that, only creativity is coming. Otherwise, third house is where Saturn is sitting, but it has aspects which are very very important. Aspects are on the house, on the fifth house of love, romance, children. Any area, any problem in education, any area related to children, progeny, any kind of childbirth, any kind of delays in education or getting admissions or going to a foreign country, things are going to be in your favor. And that is why there is big relationship happening. Those who are thinking of going on higher learning, because from the third house, Saturn is aspecting the ninth house, Saturn is aspecting the 12th house as well. That means long distance journey can also happen during this time for higher education. Personal interest, educational endeavors, learning, aspect on the fifth house of education, aspect on the ninth house of education, aspect on the 12th house of foreign travel. So education wise, foreign travel is, if it was not happening, suddenly you will get ways out to go out and help. You will get help. Rohiji, what is your take on it?
Sagittarius people are the real warrior people. As far as few Sagittarius people I know, they are the warrior people. And in the courage house, Saturn is going to be retrograde. I
Yeah.
feel they will be more courageous to fight the situations, the problems they have in the life. So you say the right button. They are everything okay on the mark, but for the subscription, we need to
Yeah,
tell them please subscribe.
they are not putting that thing on the. अब क्या करें, है ना?
Definitely, they will do this time.
I am just kidding. It's okay. You want to subscribe, up to you. Don't want to subscribe, up to you. But it is just that connection, that feeling that, okay, we have so many people with us, so we have to work more hard. That's what it is. Otherwise, we will selflessly be working. You cannot subscribe and always come and have fun, get hope, get a lot of positivity. But there is, in the beginning of the video, there is a full story which will help you understand the real meaning of Saturn. And everyone, all these astrologers are vomiting poison on YouTube, on things like that. And nowadays, on this small, small podcast, someone is telling write 4 on your hand, someone is telling write 81 on your hand, someone is telling Rohitji that दोपहर को like do some get some people ka patta and put it in your under your bed, get some this and do that. What the hell, man? Is it so easy for Brahmaji's creation and Brahmaji's work? Brahmaji has worked thousands of years to make your kundali that okay, this person will do this, this will happen, that will happen, and keeping this small jantar or anything under your bed will help you get mitigated from the effects of Saturn or any planet. No, it's not possible. Only karma can do it.
Yeah, this is a season of this is a trend of podcast,
Ah,
and these days
I got
this
one
will
very good invitation from a podcast
Hmm.
from a very famous guy. But Samantha told them no because my wife said no. Zenny said no, that means it's no.
Yes, because I personally believe that now this podcast thing in the beginning of 2023, mid of 2023, it was okay. Now in 2024, it's been clearly seen that all these podcast things are paid things, all are these promoted, sponsored things. So now people are believing less, and you see by the end of 2024, this podcast thing will be highly dipped down.
Yeah. Anyway, Saturn will take care of it. हम क्या बोले? Okay, guys, all the best. Make your arrow go on the right spot this time and put arrow and subscribe below so I will know it is Sagittarius. When we talk about Capricorn ascendant people, so this is a chart. This is the ascendant that is ruled by Shani Dev himself. है ना? And Shani Dev is getting retrograde from 30th of June for exactly almost 141 days. It happens depending on the time. Here, second house is the house which is mostly very much connected to you, finances, self worth, family resources. These are the things which are the most important. Now, here, when we talk about finances and wealth, reflecting on personal finances, savings, and material possessions is what you need to be doing. Now, this is the time to sit down, make a small journal, and write down, okay, this is my current weakness and this is my current strength in finance. Where am I? Where am I not? And how do I make that things possible of getting this solved or getting this completed, this loop to be ended? This is the time that you need to be working on. It is a very good time to reaccess your assess your financial plans, to go back to see your investments or make new investments or small investments. I also make small 2,000 rupees investment in India, that SIP. So small will make you big one day. Second house is the house of your values, your self-worth, self-respect. When Saturn is little bit giving challenging results here, we try to become very much submissive in front of other people. We say, okay, man, okay, whatever you say, I will do. Now, this is the time for reevaluation of your self worth. You should understand that you are also worth something. It is not only the other person. Okay, you are worth something. There is something very much, there is some substance in myself as well, so I cannot be always submissive, I cannot always be giving. And especially this comes in the area related to family and related to, if you're in any kind of area related to public speaking or going out and for marketing. This is where you need to understand that re-evaluation of your self-worth. If people are not giving you the right weightage, cut them off from your life. There are other people who are waiting for you. So make sure reassess your self-worth. And second house is the house of family resources. Now, if there are any issues that are hidden because of the aspect of Saturn on the eighth house, okay, on the fourth house of real estate, of family, and second house is the house of fixed assets. That means immovable property, house, है ना, of some land. Second house is the stamp that okay, man. I'll give you a small example. Bhavat Bhavam. How do you look at it? Fourth house is the house of land and vehicles, Rohitji. And when you want to desire and gain, you need to be 11th from itself. That is the second house. Second house will make you possess or make that wish come true. This is what it means. Here, this is the time that issues related to family, wealth, or possessions may come into the forefront. and it is a very good time to deal with it, because you will get the final solution, especially in terms of real estate inheritances, and in terms of elder siblings. In elder siblings are there, and there is some kind of gain you want to gain from them. Now this is the right time. Saturn's drishti are very, very positive during this time, है ना? Because it's retrograde. That means the effect out of 100% potency has just become 5%. That means 95% you are going to feel relief in your family and home matters, matters related to vehicles, matter related to inheritances, matter related to joint investment, matter related to insurance, matter related to goals achievement, social life. Everywhere you are going to get lot of positive results. Now Capricorn people are magarmach, what they say, crocodiles, right, Rohitji? And crocodiles have the most powerful jaw in the world. Do you know that? They have like almost 4 ton of pressure they can put and kill their prey in a second. So that is the pressure that we need from Capricorn ascendant people, really. On the subscribe button, to kill that subscribe button by subscribing, because that is what is not happening. Otherwise everything is good. So you have to use your jaw power, directly put it on that subscribe button and kill that, like crush it, so that we get the notification. One Capricorn person crushed.
Now you said to the Leo also. You said to all ascendants, but Leo also, and now to the Capricorns also. Now this is my wish that Capricorn subscribers should hit more. Let's see that analytics in the end of the month, and we
I
will
think
see
Leo
Leo
will,
or Capricorns.
I feel Leo will be bigger, Rohitji,
No, no,
because
no, Capricorn. You see this time.
chalo, let's see. We have a we get the report, right, which minute people came, and we can see that which minute it was, what sub
Yes.
ascendant it was. So I think Leo, because the king is going to wake up, the crocodile is going to sleep. This is what is going
But
to.
this is Saturn year 2024. So Capricorns, we are going to win.
Let's see. The king and the crocodile both drink the water in the same pond.
This looks like a new Hollywood movie caption, King and the Crocodile.
Yeah, king and the crocodile, yes. ठीक है. All the best, man, Capricorn ascendant people. Keep smiling, having fun. Many people will not like us also. So don't unsubscribe, but then don't watch. But don't unsubscribe. It's okay. If there is good, there is bad also. है ना? There is a important story in the beginning of the video. If you listen to that, if you see that, you will have more clarity and more idea about Saturn's nature. And sometimes our hardships are just a test to see that how this person reacts. So don't take things very literally and seriously. Everything is temporary in this world. Very remember this. For Aquarius ascendant people, when we talk about Saturn retrograde, 30th of June is when, for Aquarius ascendant people, Saturn is going to be retrograde in the ascendant itself. Now, Saturn, Mool Trikon, very positive planet in the ascendant, getting retrograde is a very positive news. Just imagine someone sitting on your head and suddenly he says, okay, I'm going to lay back and do whatever you want for next 5 months. Then I will see what happens. This is the resting time of Saturn, relaxing time. Saturn is its own pain, trying to have solitude in his own life. Here, whenever first house we talk about, it is all about self identity, how you identify yourself, how people look at you, your appearance, your kind of structure, your kind of attitude, and your kind of aura is seen from the first house. Saturn here might have made little bit of you slow or lazy in personal, making your personal identity more better, appearance more good, and how to present yourself to the world. Now this is the time to get into all these things and reassure that now you are working on it in a positive way. Personal goals during this time, now reaccessing your personal goals and how they align with your true self is important. Don't be Saturn says always that um, don't construct as if you are just doing it for other people. Don't be fake. This is the time to be real, to show your real hard work, to show that you value partnership so much, and your career is the most important part here. You have to show these things. You have to, it has to be seen by the outer world. It has to be in your appearance, in your aura. And health and vitality. Potential health concerns may require a lot of attention and may be happening because of Saturn putting extreme pressure. Mentally, you may be challenged, you may be having a lot of issues mentally. Now, this is the time to focus on self care and well being. Pamper yourself. Go for massages. I went for massage today, Rohit. Very nice. My neck was paining. I went. So, um, almost first time only I must have gone for some massage. So let someone else touch me. But yeah, anyways, it was a very, very good experience. And this is the time to pamper yourself. Get yourself some relaxation. Go on some kind of holiday. Go and walk on a beach. I know many people cannot afford holidays. I also cannot. It is better to go and walk outside, walk on the grass, stuff like that. Make yourself be more connected to nature. Try to breathe fresh air. This is also, it astrology does not mean that always something will come and money will come and this will go. It is also to actually care for yourself. That's why we are looking at charts, right? That okay, what is happening next? I'm caring for myself. I want to be prepared for this situation. Astrology cannot change your destiny at all. It is a 5,000-year-old research which only tends to tell that these planets are in this way, this will act accordingly. So do not rely on astrologers for remedies. This that. Remedies do work, 100% they work. Why not? This is just like headache and medicine. But it depends that headache is like is it brain tumor headache or it is just headache because of bad weather. That is the potency of planets giving you problem. So remedy will work for a very short period, but your karma will work for a longer period. So always do good deeds, good karmas. And Aquarius ascendant people, I think the symbol is a lot of water in that jug, right, Rohit? Aquarius. So now in that jug the water is there, but on that jug or in that effort of filling that water, the well from where you fill the water, you did not say thank you to the well. And that is where you need to click on the subscribe button for AC Astro. You should help us grow also together with you. It's a very positive time for you. Why not for us? Why not for our channel? Why not for spreading more positivity onto the universe? And everything with logic. There is nothing which is I'm hiding. Everything is in front of you. Go in the beginning, look at the story, how Vikramaditya, without only because of his rudeness, he get into Saturn's struggle, and how he Saturn created left, right, center for him. So this is what you need to understand, that sometimes it is just someone just testing you. What happens, Rohitji, very simple aspect of your life. You go from some interview and they say, okay, are you a script writer? Can you write article, newspaper article? Okay, do a test. Show me that how you can write. Exactly, that is what Saturn is doing. Show me how you can do it. And gives you that situation where you have to be very under pressure and you have to finish that task. Exactly Saturn's attitude. But all the best. I know that from the well that you took knowledge, you will really appreciate that well and click that button. So thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Pisces ascendant people. Now, the biggest complaint of Pisces ascendant is that we do not give too much time to them. They say that, okay, in the big last users say 1 2 minutes and you go. Today I'm very much chilled out. It is 9:44, 15 minutes left. I can keep talking. For Pisces ascendant people, number one, there is in the beginning there is a story about Saturn, about Vikramaditya ji, about Shiva, that how this boon was given to Saturn and why his retrograde motion period is very, very positive. So all the people who are just uttering poison on YouTube or Instagram, I don't know what not. I am not there on Instagram and stuff like that. You have to stay away from them because nothing like that is happening, man. Don't worry. It is logical. You see here what is going to happen. Saturn is in the 12th house already in Dushtana. Okay. Saturn's aspect is on the 6th house here. That is another Dushtana. Okay. Saturn aspect is on the second house, which is the Marakastan. So Saturn is aspecting in the right places. Now, 12th house, the main first thing that comes to the 12th house when we see is spirituality, solitude. It is a period of a lot of introspection, focusing on spiritual growth and inner peace. Expenses happening, it will happen, you cannot stop it. But what we should not cry about it, we should go into a lot of introspection and understand that now what is the next step I need to take to get more income so that finances does not bother me. Finances, oh, I am very hard financially. So I got a question from someone, Rohit. They said, I am very tough in finances. I earn like 200,000 US dollar a year. Still, I don't have any savings. My bank balance is nil and stuff like that. I said, "What are your expenses?" He said, "I am this, that." So I said, "Expenses is where you're having three properties. You are paying that mortgage for that properties. So it is your equity is building there. So how will you save money here?" Then no, I after that also I want second source of income. So I said, then become astrologer. that, that is the only way you will be able to make money. But nahi, aisa nahi hota. It's not this way. It's like always your demand. We think that we are always in trouble, but we are in plus. We came here naked without any clothes. We are having clothes. We are having this laptop. You are watching this on your phone. You have so many resources available, and still you tell God that God is not doing just to me because you are not a millionaire or billionaire. So that is not how it works. Here, 12th house is the house of hidden enemies. है ना? Something related to do with law and order, something related to with unconscious or subconscious fears is what 12th house is. That if you have done something wrong, this is the house of judgment, the final judgment. It is the time, it is the house related to mental asylum or jail, and going to some kind of isolated places. And Saturn is isolated. This is positive and negative both. Those who have created trouble and issue for other people, you have time for next 5 months to solve it. So otherwise you will go to jail when Saturn becomes direct. One is this. Second, those who are not taking their health very seriously, or this pain is happening, let it be, does not matter. Now it is a time for 5 months to come back, work on your discipline, work on your routine, work on your work routine, health routine, everything, because Saturn is aspecting your sixth house. And make sure that these hidden enemies in your life, the aspects of hidden enemies like enemies, like health, like loan, debt, this is taken well taken care of. Awareness of hidden enemies of subconscious fear is important. Addressing these issues can lead to personal growth. So that means Saturn here gives growth, but this is the way you have to address these issues and finally make sure that nothing illegal you're doing, everything in the righteousness, everything in positive terms you're doing, and you will do very well. Mark my words, because Saturn is sitting in a Dushtana, aspecting a Dushtana. Now, this also means that 12th house, where Saturn is sitting, wherever Saturn sits, it's very good, but wherever Saturn aspects, it's a trouble. So, Saturn sitting in the 12th house tells that foreign affairs, reflecting on foreign travels and connections. Now, there can be a little bit delays here, which you may be facing with foreign entities or travels or foreign job and stuff like that. Now, this is the time of this retrograde Saturn that it will give a lot of ease in this area. That okay, man, you want to come to foreign country, come. You have 5 months to prove yourself why you want to come. You want to have some kind of what you say, visit to a foreign country or travel to a foreign country, come on, let's go. This is how Saturn is inviting you. Now, the aspects of Saturn which are very very important here, Saturn is aspecting the second house with the third aspect. So lot of dent on your personal expenses, on your bank balance would have happened. Now this is time of introspection. This bank balance will have time to breathe and accumulate. Wealth accumulation is seen. Workplace wise, lot of pressure, lot of hard work, lot of partnership issues, lot of partnership collaboration issues. Saturn now aspecting the sixth house and with retrograde aspect, that is also taken care of. Lot of partnerships in workplace is going to happen. And Saturn aspecting the ninth house means ninth and 12th have connections. So higher education, travel is seen for all the Pisces. If there is any kind of delays there, you may find peace, solitude. But we may find peace and solitude only if in the ocean, you are the fishes of the ocean. You have such a wide world, and in that wide world we also exist. If you can acknowledge by just putting the subscribe button, that is going to be very very positive. It will be very very great. And I know that Pisces ascendant are the most people who have subscribed to us, who are always our well wishers. But this is the time that we want to go an extra mile to help us. We are reaching 50,000. That's why we want to reach that 50,000 quickly. Otherwise, whatever God wishes is his wish. There is a story in the beginning of the video which you might not want to miss, because that is going to add more bigger better perspective of Saturn to your life. But otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you for your love, patience, all the good wishes, all the positive things that you send on the WhatsApp, that saying thank you, and all the negative things also that I hear, that nothing is happening, this that. Still, always remember there is hope, and every day is not the same. Rohit.
Right, there is a hope, and every day is not the same, but we always wish and pray in our comments, even that you should deserve and you should have every day the best of the blessings of God. So, thank you very much for being a family member of AC Astro, as we requested today to all the people who are even new to this video. Please subscribe for more such videos with stories, with research work, lots of more videos still to come. So please be the family member, and those who want to be take consultation of Akashji, WhatsApp number on the screen, even a link in the description box. Go, click, connect. Team will give you a time and date for the video consultation with Akashji. Thank you to all the family members of ACS to keep blessing. Thank you, Akashji, for your research work and the continuous hard work you are doing on the ACS. We'll meet you in some next video. Till then,
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri Ram, Jai
Ram.
Hanuman, Jai Mata, Om Namah Shivaya.